Hello, I'm Giorgio Fiorelli, and I would like to introduce to you the multimedia interactive textbook Biomechanics and Orthodontics. This software is a software that we have developed together with Professor Melsen and myself since 1991. So it has a very long story, and now it's 26 years that we have been working on this project. The idea is to create a software and a tool that it's able to help the orthodontist to understand this difficult part of orthodontic knowledge, which is biomechanics. The software is now available in several languages, and more are coming in the near future. In Spanish, Portuguese, and Serbian, Croatian, and the Chinese is on the way, and other language should be added in the future. After having selected the desired language, and by clicking here we will have access to the to the content of the book. Here you can see the list of chapters, and there are 22 chapters in the book, and we just select some pages just to show you how in a browser that you just need a browser to access to the content. So it means that we can see this textbook on a PC or on a Macintosh, on iPad, any tablet, any Android device. So as a matter of fact, you can have access in several ways to this software and to this book. This book is highly interactive, as you can see. It's not just a normal ebook. A lot of people ask me, so is that an ebook that we have as a PDF or something? No, it's totally different. There's a lot of interaction, and you will see it right now. So we just select one of the chapter. For example, I select here chapter 5, and here you have the list of pages that are included in chapter 5. So you can scroll down this list and start from any page you prefer. And here we are dealing with the TADs, of course, and you browse the pages by clicking on this button here. So here I go forward or backward, and you can see that there is a lot of material. And but it's interesting to see that in every page, or in the great majority of the pages, there is a lot of material and of content which is hidden. So just look at this page and you can understand what I mean. So in this page we can see that there are icons that show hidden content. For example, let's click on this icons here, which shows the pictures, and you see that every time I click on these icons there is a different picture shown here on the right side of the screen. It's interesting to see that in many of the legends which are displayed below the pictures, there are some blue words. This is because legends are very often interactive. What does it mean? If I go over this blue word here, where it's written activated for its uprighting, the activation of the cantilever is displayed, and also the force system is shown. This is a very useful tool for the people to understand what is the meaning of the picture that are shown here. It's like having a teacher that is indicating to you details of the image you see. As you see in this page, we have beside the one picture that is loaded immediately, we have several other pictures, and we have 5 pictures. All of these have a legend, and many of the legends are interactive, as you see here. Besides pictures, we have this other icon that represents a reference. So if you click here, you go in the bibliography part of the book, and here you can read the abstract of the paper, and you can also have a link, an external link to the website of the publisher, and here you see the paper with its abstract in the publisher website. And of course, if the paper is free, like this one, this was a real chance, but or if you have a subscription to the journal, then you can also have not only the abstract but the whole paper available. So we go back to our textbook, and with this icon we go back from the references section to our page. And here we have another icon. This icon here shows us a video. Here we have a video. There is sound recording as well, and it's interesting to say that we have very many videos and interactive animations, and these are a very important asset for the book. There is something that you really cannot display like this in any printed book. Just consider that we are continuously updating the software. And for example, this video, I just added this a few weeks ago. So the great thing with this book is that it's never outdated. I really like the idea that we have always a textbook which is updated to the last knowledge that at least we have. Another icon here shows you an in-depth text, and there is, you see inside here you have more references, and you have more pictures, and the pictures have again other references and so on. There is interaction. There is a really huge amount of content in the software. So sometimes people ask me, well, how much would this textbook as a printed book? So how big would be the content if we print it? I really don't know, actually. I know that there are more than 10,000 of pictures. There are hundreds of video and animation that of course you cannot print. But if you try to print everything that is printable, probably you would need at least 2,000 pages to print everything. And we go back through the general index and to the and to this list of the media. Here we have all the media that you can obtain in the book. You can see in the book there is this is the list of both videos and animation. Here we just can click on one of this and see that this is an animation, and you can see that this animation is interactive. So here you have a legend, and here you have a button to see the activation, and here you have the force system that is created by the activation of this cantilever. Then you click again here and you see what is the movement of the canine which is likely to happen. Okay, then we have clinical cases. You see we have a list of 100 cases, and all these cases are including a great wealth of pictures, images, and biomechanics explanation. And just see some of this. We can follow this browse the cases. This is number 93 and so on. When you see a case, there are a lot of interesting things. For example, in this case, we know that there is a link between the case and the book. So, for example, here comes at free anchorage. You just can click here and go to the page which is dealing with free anchorage. In this page, there is link to other cases. So there is a lot of links between the clinical cases and the textbook itself. So let's go back to our case, and here is again it's another link, but we're not going to follow it. So see, all these are the cases that we have, and for example, let's see one of the cases we have, and here you can see that there are several stages. And for every stage, there is a number of pictures. So you have this beginning of the treatment. Here you have pictures before the treatment. You have the lateral cephalometric, and you have the Panorex. And then if you go forward, you see that there are pictures, and you can just go over the blue words to have the famous interaction that is very often between the legend and the pictures, and so on. So you can follow the treatment through different stages, and all stages have different information and legends. So you can see how this case is developing. And again, we have, when you see blue words, this means that you have an interaction between the pictures and between the legend and the picture. So here you see the situation and how it's evolving. Again, this interaction and so on. So this for what concerns the clinical cases. As I told you that we have 100 of these cases, and this case number 100, and we have a lot of material ready to be published, and it's just a matter of time you will see more cases in our library. To the index, general index, and then you have also the possibility of making search through the references. So for example, you can make a search in keywords for different keywords, so anything. Then you have this different references. You just click one of this. Again, you have the abstract, and you have the link to the external reference on the website of the publisher, and also you can have a link to the page in the book where we deal with this topic. So there is a continuous possibility of finding links and information in different ways. So I hope that I have given to you an idea of what is this Biomechanics in Orthodontics multimedia textbook, and I hope that you can have the opportunity to go through and spend several hours to learn biomechanics on this textbook. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.